Have some just ordinary diced potatoes. You can use red potatoes or whatever. I couldn't find any nice red potatoes today, so I just diced up some ordinary Idaho potatoes, and I'm just cooking these in boiling salted water till they're just tender. This is going to be for our German warm potato and spinach salad. Okay, so just let those start cooking. Okay, really important as well, when you're cooking potatoes and any root vegetables, that is like carrots and turnip and things like that, they should always go into cold water, a little bit of salt, pinch of salt, and bring them to the boil and simmer them. The reason being is when you put them in cold water, it helps extract some of the acid from the vegetable, all right? And if you put them into boiling water, what happens is it seals that in, and you don't want that. All right, so cold water, slowly bring it to boil. And also helps to bring out any of the impurities. And when you boil potatoes, you'll see on this pan here already, it's starting to come to simmer. You see there's a white film on there. Well, that's some of the starch and impurities coming out of the potato, which we can skim off and get rid of. Okay, so that's another reason why it goes into cold. I'm just doing a quick check on these potatoes. I want them tender but not mushy, so they're nearly there. So while we're waiting for that, we're going to make a dressing for our potato salad. Okay, so to make the dressing, this German dressing, we're going to have German mustard, the whole grain mustard, a little bit of red wine vinegar, some olive oil, a touch of honey, pepper, and of course salt. That's it. Okay, so rule number one, any dressing you're making, start off with your seasoning. So we're going to put salt in there, and we're going to put pepper in there. And then we're going to put a little bit of the red wine vinegar. And a little bit of the honey, just a little bit of sweetness, and then we're going to work those together to dissolve the salt and pepper. And then we're going to add our mustard, and work that together. Then we're going to add some olive oil. Simple as that. And with all dressings, you're looking about 3 to 1. 3 oil to 1 of the acid vinegar. Is taste it. A little bit more oil. Okay, that's good. I'm just going to let that rest a little bit, because now we've got our potatoes should be ready. Okay, remember, they want to be tender. See that, nice and tender. I'm going to drain those off. So I'm just going to drain those into a colander. Okay, good. A little bit of oil, just a tiny little touch of oil, and just fresh washed baby spinach in there. So what's going to happen is, it looks like a lot, but this is going to wilt down to just like a couple of teaspoons, really. And then we're going to add a little bit of water to that, just to help with the wilting. And we're going to check our soup now. Okay. So let's wilt this down. Doesn't take long. It's going there already. Important, the potatoes are still warm, okay? So they're nice there, they're warm. And we're going to add to that some very, very, very finely chopped onion. Now we did this earlier, you saw, okay? So really fine chopped onion. So we're looking at about half the size of a grain of rice for the onion. Remember, while it's warm, very important. What's going to happen now is I'm going to put my dressing in, and because the potatoes are warm, the potatoes are going to absorb the dressing, soak it in. If it's cold potatoes, it just stays on the outside. So put our dressing in now, and very carefully work that through our potatoes. I don't know if you can smell that already, but it smells wonderful. All right, so this dressing now is being absorbed into all that potato. This is a trick with a German warm potato salad. Okay, and now our spinach can go straight in there. And that's warm potato and spinach salad. Looks colourful, perfect, okay?